one and all. Back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. And you were joining me live in the Comedy Studios. But I'm never alone. I'm with my boy, Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Hey, people.
Oh, man. Joey. Another exciting week in comedy. We got a special guest this week, Joe.
Happy Gray Month.
Yay?
Gray.
No, this is Black Month.
Is it?
It's Black Brown Month, not gray.
I'm referring to the color of the sky most days during the summer.
Okay. Well, they would give that to black people. They would give the cloudiest month of the year, the gloomiest month of the year, to us, to celebrate us.
Not my fault.
But you know what? In celebration of Black History Month, Joey,
yeah,
we got a special guest.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. She is a beautiful, talented, vivacious. I don't know the adjectives. I get stuck on adjectives sometimes. But you know what she is? She's Miss Chocolate. Miss Chocolate, welcome to the Comedy Podcast.
Hi, my chocolate kisses. Yes, I'm the blackest thing in the room. It's Negro History Week. I am that Negro. Hi, baby.
Oh, man. Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
I found out something.
What's that?
If you're out there and you are multiracial, I mean being half black and half white, you stopped celebrating Black History Month yesterday. Yeah, we had a meeting, and we decided that the Africans need to stop celebrating the whole month.
Do they?
There you go.
They can't celebrate. They can't start celebrating today.
No.
You get 15 days.
You only get the first 15.
You get the first 15.
You can't get the second 15.
No, because there ain't a second 15.
Right.
Or second
14.
But what if your mama was the one, or what if your daddy would? I don't know which one correlates.
At the meeting, we said you get the first half.
They just get the first half
because that's the dominant half.
So they're out of the party towards the end of the month.
Yes, they're not allowed at the cookout at the end of the month.
You get to check half the box.
They only get to be black during Aquarius season.
Yes. What's it like that? Pisces after that?
The Pisces.
They can be salty ass African American Pisces.
The half Pisces. Wait, one is that because Pisces is like multiple.
Actually, I'm old enough. My birth certificate actually says Negro.
Oh
wow!
My goodness,
that's how old I am. Yeah, and my sister's were 2 years older than me. Hers says colored.
Oh,
I feel like you should get an extra reparation for that or something.
I think so. I
believe
I really do.
They should be able to cash that in for something. I don't know what.
That should be good for like a good plate at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
But my parents actually had the N-word on there.
Oh my.
Wow.
I still have my mom's up here in the family Bible. It actually does say nigga girl on her birthday.
Wow.
1932.
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be on like a Black History Month fact sheet somewhere. I've never seen that.
Oh,
I didn't know that was a thing.
It was a thing. It was a thing.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Wow, Joey. Joey, you need to get your facts together.
How am I supposed to know where am I supposed to learn that?
From me.
I don't have
supposed to ask those questions.
I don't have a nana.
Yeah.
Well, now you actually know a Negro, and
Gotcha.
that's me. That's on mine. Mine says Negro. I'm the first Negro that you know. So,
hey, congratulations, Joey LaFaro.
That's because Miss Chocolate adopted me, so now I finally have.
I did. He's my biracial child.
All right. Hey, I understand. That's why he gets the first half. Congratulations, Joey LaFaro. Oh man, but yeah, man, it's been a long week, Joey. We had Valentine's Day this week.
Yes, we did.
We had the Super Bowl this week.
Yes, we did.
We had our first annual Comedy Super Bowl extravaganza.
That we did.
Yes. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes.
And we found out. So last week,
yes,
if you missed it, our guest was
Bianchi Zimmerman,
the King of the Cage lightweight champion.
Yes.
Who is now the Fight World champion.
Okay.
He united the clans. He did it. Our boy did it. He went up there. Not only thank you to the Comedy followers for supporting my dude.
Yeah, definitely.
But not only did he win the pitch competition for Cyber Ninjas that he talked to us about last week.
Yes.
Went on and win that the night before.
Okay.
Day of, I got to go up with the crew to Gettysburg. Spoiler alert, Gettysburg's a weird fucking town.
Yeah. It's haunted.
It's all farms and statues. I've never seen that combination before. And like it was weird because we all of a sudden we were in the town. Like we were on a 1-horse road into town, and then all of a sudden we were, there's the place where the thing was happening. And there's a place called the Eisenhower Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Which looks like it was the shit in 1958. But
when Eisenhower
not
was
had
alive.
a single update in that time.
Sounds about right.
So we pull up and we get out of the car, we look around. I see, and they have like the little drainage things where there's the sidewalk goes over it and you can see the little metal thing.
Yeah.
There was something down in there.
Ooh.
I think it was a body.
Of course. It was one of the floaters from the war.
And I was already nervous because like when we turned into the hotel on the same property was like a haunted house and barn. And it was really weird because it was painted lavender. And I think that's a really weird flex for you to paint your house and barn lavender and then just let it fall to shit. I mean, of all colors, like
the most serene colors.
That's a big commitment. I feel like you were committed to that household, but then you just let it there. And then you're going to build a hotel behind it and leave that in front of your hotel.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds
weird, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, there's one haunted thing. And so then we all right, we try to get a hold. We talk to the champ, and he's like, yeah, we're around the back by the dumpster with the rolled up carpet. And I was like, dude, why does the room have a view of dead bodies? Why are we like dealing with the Gettysburg Mafia here? Of course, it's because it's a fight, and it's probably lines.
Oh yeah, they definitely fixed a few of those fights.
That's where they stick the bodies of the people who didn't take the dive.
See, that would be me saying, "Get out, get out."
That's me running. That's me running really fast at Joey, and then turning real fast.
So it was me, Pianki, who was black, and then Q, who's bigger and black. So and then Josh, the smallest one among us, is a Jew who at every turn chooses violence. And some of you remember Josh from when he was on the podcast earlier. So Josh calls us and he's like, hey, yeah, we're going to go into town. And there's some really cool stuff in town. I'm like, I don't know, Josh. I don't know if there is a town. He's like, what downtown? Like, all I've seen to this point are barns, Civil War statues. I'm like, so there's actually, to be fair, and I wouldn't have known this had I not. We actually went into downtown Gettysburg. There is a downtown.
Okay.
And it's like a nice little respite from Trump country. Like, there's some nice stuff down there. They had a whole co-op, like, coffee shop slash, like, they made their own sodas by hand, and then they don't charge. You just donate.
Okay.
And then you donate whatever you think it's worth. And it was really, really, like, it was like the one of the guys that was with us, like, he got this like mocha chai thing, and he was like tearing up because it was so good. So like we're actually like enjoying ourselves and having, it was a nice trip. And then the fights start, and like, man,
Bianchi. Okay.
Do you want to know how long this fight was?
Miss Chocolate, did you see?
Yes.
Did you see the click on the link for the fight?
Yes.
That fight lasted 28 seconds.
20 out. Officially 27 seconds. It was the championship fight. It was the eighth fight of the night, the eighth and final fight of the night. It was the shortest fight of the night.
Yeah.
And I was one of like 5 people from supporting, because they did this thing where they like to do this in these places. They like to put all the local guys in the one corner, and we were in the away corner. The blue corner was the away corner. So the place was like really rowdy for the other dude.
Oh, of course they were.
Yeah.
And then like the fight, it went. I think there was like 1 or 2 kicks, and then he Falcon punched him into the astral plane at the 27-second mark.
Yeah.
And like there was some ancestral force in that punch.
Yeah. So it was a knockout?
It was a knockout. It was a knockout, but the problem was they didn't like realize it was a knockout right away. So like they didn't. So he was like, all right, he went down, but I guess I gotta keep fucking him up. So he just goes over and he's like elbowing him on the back, like, hey ref, he's probably dead. You might want to stop me.
There's no bail. Nobody stops. You just.
Well, the referee's got to stop.
The referee's got to actually.
But that's when the roll-up rug comes in. Okay, so now I understand. Okay, you just beat them until they in the rug and out the window.
Now
there you go.
I need to probably be a little more careful with how audacious I am at these events.
Let's go!
I was so
kill him in the ring.
And then he finally, so he won, and then I promptly decided to shout out everything all over and everyone around me. And then he started talking, doing his post-fight speech, and people are leaving. And had I not been injured, I would have totally told all these white people to sit the fuck down and listen to what the champ has to say.
Y'all better listen to the champ. It's like, damn, Joey about to fight everybody in this motherfucker.
I was like,
CPMMA has gassed you up, Joey.
Oh, I'm so gassed up. But then the worst part was, so here's the fucked up part. After all that, and I didn't realize, so they had the back room. They had one room with where all the fighters were. And it wasn't even a partition. It was like curtains separating. And so on the one side, so we go and like get our stuff from the blue side to get out of there.
Okay.
And I didn't know is that the other fighter was in that room.
Oh.
And one of the guys I was talking to, and I said, that was the shortest fight of the night. Not realizing he was within earshot.
Oh my God.
Joe's a dick.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know he was there.
Don't be a dick, Joey.
To be fair,
I know, because the next sentence should have been, and that's when the next fight started.
In my defense, all I saw,
Joey.
In my defense, out the corner of my eye, all I saw were white people. So I didn't know
there's a black guy in the corner.
Black guy in the front. That's all over his head. I didn't know which fighter that was.
Wow.
We only knew because his shoulders slumped when I said it.
It's like, oh.
It was.
Well, man, hey.
I would be the best and worst hype man for him.
Yeah.
But it was dope to see that. We had a really fun time.
I'm very happy for Bianchi. He came on the show. He said he was going to win. He did not disappoint. I did get a chance to see you. I saw the online video of the fight. He whooped his ass.
He's a scary dude when he enters the ring.
Yeah, he is. He seems so gentle and like kind-hearted, and like he's helping kids with computer shit.
You can tell he bottles up all that stuff.
Yeah, he bottles up a lot of rage. But hey, man, congratulations on becoming the fight world champion.
Fight world champion.
The light heavyweight fight world champion. That's what? Okay.
Correct.
Congratulations, Bianchi. That's belt number 4 for Bianchi.
Yes.
Man, he is going to do big things.
Get the infinity belt soon.
Yeah, he sure is. And we're going to have him back on, man.
By the way, he now is top 100.
Top 100?
Top 100.
Light heavyweights?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Wow. Okay, great.
That's what I like to hear, man. I like to hear that comedy guests doing big things. Man, anything that's happened this week, man? I know it was a big weekend for you.
That we did the Super Bowl thing. That
Super Bowl party
I had.
Oh man.
Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We made burgers and ate dinner. And we went out for Italian food on Friday night. So there was that.
So there was none of the.
I beat the pussy up.
There was none of that.
Oh, that was in there somewhere.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I don't remember exactly because the weekend moved kind of quick. But,
I know it happened for me. It has to happen. It's Valentine's Day.
Well, it's side piece day today.
It's side piece day today. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
My side piece was my job.
Yes.
Because my job was whooping my ass today.
All day. My job today made me feel like I owed it flowers and a card yesterday. It was looking at me like you suck, sir, and we're gonna make you pay for sucking this bad. So today has been a long, stressful goddamn day, but Joey, I did have fun on Sunday. The Dot Comedy first annual Dot Comedy Super Bowl extravaganza. We did have Joey LaFaro was in the building. His lovely lady, DJ Marcus, his lovely lady, Phil Avocado, his lovely lady, and Blue. For all of you who are new to the Dot Comedy podcast, Blue was our assistant associate intern about 3 seasons ago.
Yep.
about 3 seasons
And
ago.
Sunday once again revealed why he is no longer a
Yes.
assistant associate intern, because he had one job, and that was to come to the park garage and hand us our parking passes so we could go park. And he wouldn't. Not only did he not go to the right garage, he got himself locked in the wrong
He
garage.
locked himself in the
Oh my
wrong.
goodness. Ah.
And it was just a ridiculous ass evening for Blue.
Well, that's why you call them interns, you know.
Yes.
That's why you don't pay them.
Very true. Oh man, but yeah, man.
What about you, Mr. Hartley? Did you have anything fun or interesting happen to you this weekend?
Well, I actually made a mistake of going to my next door neighbor that don't watch football.
Okay.
And but it was like, we're gonna give a Super Bowl party, because I used to always have them at my house, but now I don't let people in my house no more.
Understandably so.
Yeah, so this is next door in the next building. So I was like, okay, let me just sleep over there. I can drink and just slept back home. And so I went over there, took champagne, took some food, and he cooks and stuff. And so it was small and cute. But now, it's okay to talk through the game. The Cowboys weren't playing, so I didn't mind. But now I have told you what the halftime is going to be like. And we're all that age. They're like you got. Everybody knows who the halftime people are.
Yes.
Now they take this opportunity to talk during the halftime.
Oh.
And I'm going, be quiet. This is halftime. Here comes Mary. Here's everybody. It's up there. And one of those people that argue about everything, you can say blue and they'll argue that it's black. This was going on during halftime. Then when Kendrick Lamar came out, we actually had an argument because they want to now stand and tell me that was R. Kelly.
Kendrick Lamar was R. Kelly?
Who are you watching football with?
Yeah, you watched the wrong game with the wrong people.
Okay. And then wanted to now get the remote and want to now record the halftime. So now all of these words are up on the screen as they trying to do the remote. Let me record it and stuff and go, oh my God, I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, I can't. And I'm trying to be in the corner and I'm dancing. I'm trying to look at halftime. And then the worst part was after halftime, third quarter comes on, the room was silent. I got my shit and came home. I came home. So glad I put mine on recording. It was the worst. It wasn't enough liquor in that house for me to be drunk to ignore all of that. I was like, okay, that's the last time I'm going to be with football people. I'm going to be with people that want to see the halftime show. Who does, even if you don't like football, who does not watch the halftime show? I saw no commercials. It was like, this is what you want to look at. Commercials and halftime.
All the commercials were crypto commercials.
Yeah, it was like 90% crypto.
I was like, which concludes that crypto is stupid.
There's no way this thing they told you to put your phone on the TV or something.
Yeah, you had to scan a QR code for one of the.
I would have never done that.
Yeah, me neither.
Let me ask you this: what age was LeBron in 2003?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I would say he was like 17.
Isn't he?
He was in college. How old is he now?
No, he's not 85.
Is he still in his 30s?
Pretty sure he was graduating high school because that's the year he got drafted. I'm pretty sure he's either a class of 04 or class of 03. So he's an 85 or 86 baby.
Okay. So he would have been 17, 18.
17, 18,
Yeah.
right? Either way, he probably had been through puberty, right?
Yeah.
So why in the commercial did young LeBron have a different voice than old LeBron?
Well, he hadn't finished it yet.
Right.
Only one ball had dropped at that point.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah, that's why the voice sounded a little different.
He made young LeBron have a whole octave, like his voice has deepened over the years. It's like he wanted
Like,
that.
listen,
young.
you need to make sure you stay the course. We go into the him. We go into the NBA, aren't we, LeBron? Yeah.
Like, some of my late bloomers, I mean, he was out there doing other things with his balls. So
Yes.
I can see that.
That has been proven. That hasn't been proven. Him and his wife are still together.
Right, exactly.
He's a 1 in a million on that one. But yeah, man.
He probably was the only one touching his balls,
But yeah, man. That Super Bowl party was good, man. And we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl in a little more detail a little later in the show. Man, but Valentine's Day from me, Joey. gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Okay. I chose. My girlfriend asked me, "Hey, what do you want to do for Valentine's Day?" And I said, "You know what? I don't want to do anything special. You know what we're gonna do? I just want you to cook dinner. Just cook dinner. I come over. I hang out with you, and then we just cuddle and watch TV. That'd be perfect Valentine's Day, right?"
Mhm.
And so, like, she calls me earlier in the day, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? My back hurts." And I'm like, "Oh man, that's fucked up. That sucks." So she's like, "You want to go out for to eat?" I'm thinking, yeah, it's Valentine's Day. It's gonna be busy.
Mhm.
Let me get my patience and internalized and ready for the night. So I was like, "Yeah, we can go out to eat." So
Okay.
she says, "All right, where you want to go eat?" "I just want a steak. If we're going out to eat and it's Valentine's Day, I want a steak and I want some potatoes, and I think that'll be all I really need for the night."
Mhm.
So she chooses Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Okay, the Texas Roadhouse she chooses is the one in Bowie,
Okay.
like Glendale, Bowie, whatever the hell you want to call that little area over there. Trashiest fucking place in the goddamn world.
Yeah.
Um, every black person, African and Hispanic, had
Where's
decided that's where they wanted to go, and I'm trying to figure the fuck why.
Longhorn's better.
So we went to let me finish.
It's the same price.
Let me finish the story, okay?
Sorry.
So we get there. She gets us on the wait list, and then we get to the restaurant. They're like, "Oh yeah, the wait list didn't work." Now the wait list told us don't get there till 10 minutes
What
to
does
8.
that mean?
Yeah.
I know, right?
The wait
What
list
is a
said,
wait list not working? What
Thank
does
you.
that mean?
"Thank you." And so they
It's a
said,
list. What is
It's a pen and paper.
Was it written with indelible ink? Like what the?
it was an online wait list.
Did they write it with disappearing ink?
Disappearing.
And they can't heat it up
To get it
They're
back up.
I can't see the name.
So we get there and that doesn't work. So then she's like, "All right, so what do you want to do?" I was like, "Well, put our name on their new list, and let's try to get in here." So we wait. We sit there and we wait, and we're like, "Okay, let's this is getting long." Yeah, you know what? So she's like, "Let's look at some other places."
Mhm.
So she goes, "Hey, you know what? Longhorn is right up the street,
And it's better.
and Longhorn is a 5-minute wait,
Mm,
and if you get there in 10 minutes, we get our reservation on time."
Okay.
mm.
We got there in 5 minutes. Because again, once I was done with Texas Roadhouse, my foot was on the gas. So we get to Longhorn.
Mhm.
She goes in first, gets our seats. I come out the car, she's already at the table.
Mhm.
So I'm like, "Well, shit, this is gonna be a good night. I'm happy about this shit."
Mhm.
So we sit there, we chatting, we ordering. I'm looking around, and nice couples everywhere. Everybody's getting food and stuff. We ordered an appetizer. We ordered some shrimp, some bang bang shrimp, or whatever the hell they call it there. Shrimp comes out. They give us a shrimp. I'm like, "All right, so we got some shrimp. We got good." I'm like, I ordered my ribeye,
Mhm.
and I ordered baked potato,
Okay.
and some broccoli,
Okay.
because I eat healthier now and again. So I'm sitting there and I'm
Sorry,
like,
my bad. Go ahead.
so I'm sitting there like, "All right, cool." So we talking, we having a good time. Me and her, we have fun where we at.
Mhm.
So we just start talking, and I just start looking around. I'm like, a lot of people eating dinner, and we not. There's white people eating, black people eating, Hispanic people eating. So I'm like, it's not a racial thing. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, "All right, what's the fuck going on?" So we wait a little longer, we just chilling. And then the waitress comes back and goes, "I don't know what's going on in the kitchen. They just backed up, I guess. So the tickets are all a mess. So they're gonna get yours out in a little bit." So I'm like, "Okay." So hours gone by,
And no steak.
and no steak in front of me. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my girl, and all of a sudden the manager walks up, and the manager's like, "Yeah, so I see you haven't gotten your food yet." It's a white girl.
Mhm.
"I see you haven't gotten your food yet, so I want to make sure you all are okay. It's been a busy night. And they're just backed up in the kitchen. Your food will be out in a minute, though. I saw them plating it up." I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's cool. I guess she saw them plating it up. Or she say she saw them plating them up. I guess she saw them plating it up." So she leaves. Then our waitress comes back, says, "Hey, did my manager come over and talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, she came over and talked to us. That was fine." And she goes, "Okay, cool. So yeah, they said it should be out in a few minutes." All right, that's fine. They said they were plating it up. So
Right. It's imminent.
yeah, it's imminent. So I'm like, "All right, cool." Now White lady comes back again.
Oh my God, that should have been when the fight started.
This is 20 minutes after she
Y'all
left
fucked up
the
going
first
to
time.
Bowie in the first.
Okay.
I agree wholeheartedly. So this is 20 minutes after she said it was imminent.
I will tell you, this wouldn't have happened at the Laurel one.
No, it wouldn't. I had this conversation with my girl, and she was like, "We're only going to restaurants on your side of town from now on." I was like, "Yeah, that's the only way to do it." So I'm like, "All right, well." The manager comes back out. She's like, "So I don't know what happened with your order. It's but you know what? I'm gonna look into it, and I'm gonna take some stuff off your order." So we're like, so we're just sitting there like, okay, that's fine. Where's our food? I don't give a fuck about taking stuff off. We got the money. We don't care about that type of shit. So we're sitting there, and she's like, okay, so I'm gonna go back and I saw them plating it.
Oh no, again.
No,
Is she gonna lie again?
lied again.
Once you stop talking about what you think you saw, go trust but verify. Like
Yes.
go verify.
Oh God, that's when the fight started.
So then she said, before she leaves the table, she says, I'm gonna have my kitchen manager come out and bring your food.
Oh Lord.
How's that help?
That doesn't change shit.
I know. It's the point.
So we're sitting there, and all of a
She's
sudden,
trying not to get yelled at. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you yell at him directly because I can feel it coming.
so all of a sudden, a black dude walks out.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry for the delay, but we lost your ticket. We can't find it. It got mixed up with all the other tickets we had.
Put
in there.
another one.
So we gonna make your food.
Because now everything is a lie that you've been saying.
Every goddamn thing's a lie. So now he comes and he's like, hey, but you know what? I saw him plating up the food in the back.
Oh no!
In a few minutes. This nigga leaves.
Oh my
5 minutes later, 15 minutes later, the waitress comes back. And she's like, they haven't brought y'all food out yet? They said it was plated up. So they told her the same lie they told us.
Right.
So now we sitting there like, all right, well, they haven't plated it up. They haven't done anything. If it's plated up, it's just sitting under a goddamn heat lamp right now.
Yeah.
And so we're just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, another black guy, different black guy than the one before, comes to the table. And he's like, hey, so, yeah, did they tell you they lost the ticket? And so we're like, yeah, they told us you lost the ticket. And he's like, did my manager tell you that all this is on us tonight, right? I'm like, yeah, she told us it's all on y'all. That's fine. Where the fuck is the food? And he's like, you know what? They plating it up right now.
Oh no! Oh my God!
I'm gonna go back to the
Is
kitchen.
that when the fight started?
Okay.
Damn.
So he finally comes back out. Now, mind you, they've said this for an extra 45 minutes from the hour we were already waiting.
You could have finished making it
I could have made
twice.
it. I could have walked back and told Manuel, get off the grill. I got this.
Right.
Because you know what?
twice.
You know what I thought was going to happen? I thought the little Spanish lady that was sweeping the floors with the little broom jump was going to come and go, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that you all are still waiting. I saw them putting it up in the back.
Now.
Might as well. Yeah.
So he brings the food out.
Yeah.
I look at this food and I'm like, this shit ain't hot.
Oh no.
Nothing on this motherfucking plate is hot.
How?
Nothing. I'll take my hand and just go across it. This thing should be piping fucking hot. They just made this shit.
Yeah.
So the cheese wasn't even melted on the damn potato. So there was no steam coming off the steamed broccoli.
Had it been melted at any point?
No.
They
It
just
was
I mean, they could have popped it in the microwave all that time.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? So then the waitress comes back and she's now got her coat on because they're closed.
Oh my goodness.
It's after 10 now.
Wow.
So she's getting ready to go to fuck home. So she's like, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't have paid for this meal even if they told me I had to pay for this meal. I'm sorry. I had to go through all this on Valentine's Day. Yeah, she's talking straight up to us, so it's funny to me.
Yeah.
So I let her, she gets a pass on all this shit. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, you know what? I need you to just call your manager over. I need you to call your manager, whatever manager is still here, or whichever one wants to talk to us. I need you to go get them and bring them up to the table. So I look at the manager, I'm like, so listen to me. The last black guy, again, that's the last one I'm gonna see. Because the other ones were like, fuck that, I ain't going back to that table.
Yeah, clearly.
So he comes back out and he's like, so is everything okay? And I'm like, shit's not hot, dude. And he's like, nah, man, they just made all this. I saw him make it. I saw him make it fresh and plate it up right in front of me. I brought it out right as it came out. I'm like, but okay, I'm looking at the food. The butter is just barely melted on top of the fucking steak. The potato has no melted cheese anywhere in it. And I'm looking at the broccoli, you could tell it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, man, but I know they made it fresh. And he's like, you want me to get you another potato? Oh, you know what?
No.
I can't get you another potato. We all out of potatoes. And I'm like, well, can I get 2 new drinks since we've been sitting here for 3 hours and ain't had refills on none of these drinks? And they're like, oh, we're all out of tea and lemonade. Like, what the fuck y'all niggas got in the back? Y'all just got a cow back there that y'all cut off of and just send it out.
Oh, God.
Motherfuckers ain't got no extra shit at all. I'm like, how do y'all run a business like this? And so I'm like, my girlfriend finally looks at my face. And she's like, you know what? Hey, you know what? Baby, stop. And I go, okay. And I just put my head down. And she's like, just bring us the boxes. Just bring us.
Oh, my God.
Just bring us boxes. So he brings us boxes, right? And so he comes out with the box. He's like, hey, man, so you sure you don't want me to get you nothing else? Nigga, how long is that going to take? You asking me if I want.
You just said you ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing. What you want me to sit here
What
and do?
you got?
Now, here's the kicker on what they got, right? My girl ordered the shrimp, ordered the 4 shrimp. They came out and gave her a dozen goddamn grilled shrimp. I don't know what, I think that was the makeup for the fact that they fucked up the whole rest of the order, but I don't know. And it ain't got shit to do with me and my cold ass food. So I'm sitting there like, all right, well, we're going to go home.
Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll fucking raise hell for nothing. I'm a petty person. I'm an Aquarius. It doesn't make you hurt me a little bit. I'm hurting you more. But Marcus is not wired that way. Marcus has been through the customer. He's been through the shoes of every manager enough times that he will give them every chance to make it right.
Yes.
But when you don't, you've crossed the line that cannot be uncrossed. And that dude was this close to dying. He probably was going to get murdered with a steak knife, and we would not be here tonight.
Marcus, I don't think I would have done that. And I've run restaurants. I've been in the restaurant business, honey, over 30 years. And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I could not have sat through the second it's being plated.
I give grace. Because I'm in the service industry.
I would have had so much conversation. First of all, they would have probably had to escort me back in the kitchen to show me my plate. I would have seen my plate. But yesterday I went to a wedding. My godson got married yesterday.
Okay, on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, and so I live in DC in Brooklyn, Northeast, and the wedding was Suitland. So the wedding was 6:30. I didn't know where I'm going. I usually don't go anywhere if my car don't know how to get there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, my car gonna need to know. So now I left here like 4:30, because I was not gonna get up on the Beltway. I was not gonna get up on the highway. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down 17th Street, Benning Road, Heckinger Mall, and hit Pennsylvania Avenue, Suitland Parkway.
Okay.
And go that way. Well, all that traffic still was out there. I think it was your people trying to get to Bowie to a steak, because that traffic was crazy until I got on Pennsylvania Avenue and then got on Suitland. Well, now when I hit 295, they doing all that construction and all that stuff, because the white people coming. So now they building up all that stuff. So now I'm the new kid with my car, and I'm driving like this because now I don't know what exit to take, because all the signs are gone and stuff, and I'm driving like this going, and they're blowing the horns behind me, and this is like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I finally took the right exit and went all the way out Suitland. So it was a nice wedding, and they had cute little food and stuff, an open bar, Hennessy everywhere, because I think everybody was like 35, 40, so it was Hennessy drinks and Hennessy this and stuff. But I had my flask, in my purse. So nothing was being plated. And I got there early. So I was sitting in the car waiting because you couldn't go in at 6 o'clock. And I got there about 5:15. But so I sat here and almost forgot what I did for Valentine's Day. Oh my God, that's right. As you were telling your story, I remembered I went to a wedding. That's right, I went to a wedding. It's like, mine was better than yours, you know.
Yeah. You won that one.
Yeah, you won Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I won Valentine's Day, and I had a cute time because I danced, and they had salmon and jerk chicken, and you know, my plate was plated.
There you go.
I panicked and tried to buy flowers the last minute, but
Dummy.
the only well, I wasn't like, I didn't even think about it because I already bought her a gift.
Mhm.
But then I was like, I should just get her flowers. Like, it'd just be wrong for me not to get her flowers.
Mhm.
And then I think it's
You
just,
could have gone to Costco.
that's what I usually do, but I didn't want to add a whole other stop. So I was at Shoppers, and Shoppers happened. So
Yeah.
I got like tiny red roses because it was the only red roses they had left. And I'm like, usually I get her red roses. So now I gotta like flex. I had to like Google what the colors mean because I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea by giving her the wrong rose.
Give her some friendship roses.
Give her
Kick your
friendship
ass.
roses on Valentine's Day. It's fucking wonderful.
Y'all are so sad. Oh my God. It's sad as hell. You should just print that out and put it in your wallet.
Listen,
Yeah.
I made a whole fucking flower arrangement. I bought 2 different bouquets and coincided them shits
Hey, I understand.
and trimmed shit. I was a fucking.
Oh, well, you did good though. Did you get some last night?
I was a florist. No, I didn't.
No,
Oh,
It was like she had to go home. It was not a overnight night.
I didn't either. I didn't get it on Valentine's.
And it's hard to get some after you had cheeseburgers. It's
Yeah, I ate that steak when we got back to her house, and I was done.
you know what, Marcus? I was gonna tell you next time they do all that to you, just ask them to go in the freezer and just get you a couple of steaks like she gave you those shrimps, and y'all could have gone home and cooked your own daggone steak.
Yeah, that would be a better meal on that one.
But you should have stayed home and cooked and gave her a massage. She already said her back was hurt.
See,
I thought that was the move. I thought that was an invitation.
See, the thing with the staying in the house thing, that wasn't my idea. Now she opened the door to go out because the Valentine's Day gifts were not like normal gifts.
Right.
Like she got all the normal gifts. So she got flowers. She didn't get flowers. I don't give flowers. I don't give people things to die. So you'll never get a puppy from me. You'll never get flowers from me. And that's about it.
Why you put a puppy in there? I got puppies last like 15, 20 years. What are you talking?
Yeah,
I mean, you're
but
right.
if I live 30, that puppy done died twice. I ain't got time for that puppy. That's sadness 2 times.
You might as well say you're not gonna give them any children. What the hell is you saying, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna die before the kids.
I can't with you now.
He's right because I did all that floral work for her to leave the vase at my house.
You're damn right.
And she's not coming over again till Friday when they all gonna be dead.
But I get it though because I always had to get jewelry on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I always had to get diamonds.
I'm normally like a fan of getting jewelry, but I didn't get it this year.
I have to get diamonds.
Is Miss Chocolate the first person to smoke on the Dark Comedy Podcast?
I think so.
Oh well, I'm old. What is this a non-smoking room?
No,
It is not.
It is not.
It's
Because I'm
just
in my house.
You think we would have crossed that threshold a long time
Yeah,
ago?
we've never had anybody just go, yeah, you know what? I need to smoke this. But yeah, man.
I got a cigarette holder.
See, that's elegance. That's how you know you're dealing with a lady.
Yeah, that's some classy shit.
That's right. She is the Marilyn Monroe of our time.
Just saying, divas are born, not made.
There you go.
This little girl and I always can tell it like at my church and look at this little girl was at the wedding yesterday and she must have been under 2 because she was wobbling as she walked, right? And I can always tell divas because like I said, they're born, not made. So she started crying during the vows. So I looked over there at her and she looked at me. I looked at her and she stopped crying. Her parents couldn't do nothing to her to stop. So later on, they were sitting over by the bar. I went over by the bar. And when I stood there and looked at her, this little child in her daddy's arm did the up and down look at me like that. She looked at my shoes, came back up, and looked back down and came back up. I said, oh, okay, that's that little diva move. She didn't say nothing. So finally I went, hey, baby, that's a nice, cute little dress. And she looked me up and down again, honey, and went on. But she didn't cry and do nothing else the next of the day. Because I was like, okay, divas. I said, pretty girls don't cry. She didn't cry the rest of the day.
She's over there taking notes.
Yeah, she was looking at you going, hey, you know what?
But you know how you give that look up and down. This child wasn't 2 years old and she looked me up and down.
Scanning.
Scanning you. She scanned.
Okay.
I'm taking this fashion from you.
Yes, I told him. I said she gonna have lipstick on next week.
She takes them lessons.
Oh man, but Joe, we're gonna take a quick break, man.
Okay.
We're gonna get sit down and have a conversation with Miss Chocolate, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
We're gonna talk to you about who you are, who you are to the world, and who you're gonna be to the world. All right, but we'll be back with more fun and more thrills in a minute on the That Comedy Podcast.
Tell you touch, I'm a thief for nothing. I've been so wrong.
And we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. This segment of That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Smooth My Balls. That's right, Smooth My Balls Turf Chopper 3.0, the That Comedy Shaver of the Year. Get yourself a Smooth My Balls Turf Chopper with 20% off if you use the That Comedy code. We're looking for people in 2022 to have the smoothest balls of the century. Because you know what you need if you want to have a good Valentine's Day next year is a good pair of smooth balls. Oh man, we're back. Joey LaFaro, Miss Chocolate, DJ Marcus. This is my new favorite song, Joey. It's For the Night.
Oh.
By Little Baby, Pop Smoke, and Da Baby. I don't know how they got two babies on the record.
A lot of babies.
A lot of babies and smoke.
A lot of parenting had to happen from that producer.
It's a pop and two babies. Oh, man, Joey. Oh, man, we're going to sit down a little bit, Joey.
Okay.
You know what we do, man? We do it here on the Dot Comedy Podcast. We do it every week. But we do it with a little bit more flair than most. Because we here at Dot Comedy believe that everybody is somebody. But we have the most special people in the world on the Dot Comedy Podcast. And by special people, I do mean our special guest tonight, Miss Chocolate.
Last name White.
Okay.
I mean, for real. That is my last name.
Chocolate white, not white chocolate.
There you go.
Important distinction.
Very important distinction. Oh, man, Miss Chocolate, so welcome to the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it is definitely a pleasure to have you on, man. This is your first time on the show. But hey, you've already jumped in. You jumped in with both feet with the Dot Comedy team, and we definitely happy to have you on. So just tell us a little bit about you, Miss Chocolate. Where you from? How long you been in the game?
Oh goodness. Well, I was born in Virginia a long time ago by the river. No, but
I was born
by the river in a little tent.
A little tent.
But I I grew up in Brooklyn.
Okay.
With my father, and then I came to DC to live with my mom and go to college.
Okay.
But I actually came here to DC to live with my mom, and actually went and graduated from Ballou High School. I went to Ballou High School for 2 months. So
Okay.
I actually graduated high school from Ballou High School in Anacostia.
Okay.
And so, and I've been here ever since. I have a daughter.
Okay.
And 2 grandsons, but I've been in the game. I always wanted to be in the game since I was a little kid, but I had a very bourgeois family, so you couldn't get up and make a fool of yourself. You know, I wanted to be Lucy and everybody, Mom's Mabley, all of them, you know. So I started in the game back early, and I actually, one of my first shows, I was talking to Tony Woods one time, and we were reminiscing back that we knew the same people. He knew my uncle and stuff. I actually did my first shows with Martin Lawrence and Monique and Wanda Sykes, and by being a foster child, I had these abandonment issues.
No, good.
And so when they all like picked up and went off into the world, you know, I didn't. I could have been a rich little housewife now, you know, and stuff, and doing the Oscars, but you know.
Hey.
Life interferes. You know? So on and off, I just went on and off, but it's always been my passion. So I would step my feet in, come back out, undo. But I've done some acting. You know, I've done some plays at the Kennedy Center, at the Apollo, and done some things. And every time I step back in, I enjoy it because I always meet people. And I love meeting people, any comedy games. So I was out for a while, and I actually stepped back in just before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Stepped back in, and I started. I was like, let me get back out here and see what's out here. And I think that's when I met Joey and was meeting people, and Alex, and came back. I was meeting all these young comics, and they had no idea who I was, you know. And they just thought I was this. I don't think they thought I was this little old lady that came out. They just thought I was just seasoned, I guess, because they were always shocked when I would tell them how old I was. That came out doing and my experience of doing it. But I always would tell them I'm not really a mentor because I got accused of. I think I thought of you as a mentor, and I look at it as ministry. I'm not trying to be a mentor. I'm really not trying to be a role model, you know, because people will put you in a box. They will define you, and once they define you, you're not going to live up to that, you know. So I'd rather minister and move on. But it's been fun meeting people, nice people, loving people, and getting back in that game. I love it. I love making people laugh, you know, and stuff, and just bringing joy to the world, you know.
Definitely, man. Yeah, it's it's interesting. Like you've been around for a while.
Yeah.
So
this is chapter 69.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a
See this?
Don't look it. You don't look it. Giving me a lot right there now. I mean, oh man. So you said you decided to step back out right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Well, yes, I started doing shows in New York. I was doing. I had stepped out like maybe 5 or 6 years before that, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go out here on the road. I did some shows in Baltimore. I was doing shows with Howard Gaskins, and I went out there and I was doing, and just up and down the road, Philadelphia, New York, all of that. And like I say, life interrupted. My mom got sick, and things happen, you know, and I'm the oldest. And so you just come back in, and like I say, life interrupts, and you feel an obligation because that's what's in your head. And so I stopped doing it. And then I looked up and was like, okay, it's all about me now. You know, I'm going to go out here, and this is what I love doing. I love it all because I wasn't that person. I wanted to do it as a kid, but I was really a quiet kid, you know. And so then when I looked up and I was doing plays and I was motivating, I suffered domestic violence in an intimate partner relationship. And so I was out now speaking against domestic violence. And I was doing all these stories. I was doing all of these shelters and all of these with domestic violence victims, and especially in the LGBTQ community. So, and as I was talking to them, you know, it was always that, you know, comedy edge to it and stuff, you know. And so, you know, like us, once we on the stage with a mic, you know, it's just a natural thing to us. And so then that bug was back, you know, and I wanted to be in front of people with that energy. And so that made me go back out again to do that. If you see this poster behind me, I started this organization called One Woman, Many Voices. To now, when I went to the courthouse, I saw all these women, and they were scared to tell their stories. So I wanted to tell their stories. And I'm just one woman, but I'm the voices of many abused men and women that have been a product of domestic violence and intimate partner violence. So it made me just get back out there and now be funny and going and doing, and I'm just meeting people and making them laugh. And so I was up and down the road. And then COVID hit. I think I was doing, I had all these shows booked in New York. Mr. Wheeler, that's my dog. That's my audience. and then COVID hit. And so then, it was like, okay, and then it was Zooming and then it was doing, but by then I had met people
Okay.
going out. So yeah. And then I came back out after COVID. I think I came out that my first show after doing that was July or August, and I went to Tacoma Station and met the producer there. They were trying to do some things, and he was like, well, you want to host here? And I was like, okay. It was just like another venture, another chapter.
Yeah.
So, and I started doing that like October, and I stopped January 1st.
Okay.
So it's just like now, just going on another chapter. But I always tell people, just do whatever, never say no to anything. Don't bash anybody. Do what makes you happy. And when it doesn't make you happy anymore, or it stresses you, do something else.
Yeah.
Or just do something, another chapter will come. Don't stay where everybody can't sit on the front row of your table.
There you go, man. Yeah, that is definitely an awesome story, man. I
needed to hear that story like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you did.
And you don't have to leave mad, and you don't have to leave. You know what I mean? You just go, okay, next chapter, because sometimes we think that there are no more chapters, and there are. I didn't know I was going to live to be this old. I knew I was going to be beautiful, but I didn't know I was going to live. I would have saved more money. I would have saved more money. Who knew? But the hell. But but now you look up and you go, somebody asked me one time, it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a group of women, and they were asking what feeds your soul. And I was telling them, and one lady, she was saying my children, my husband, and I was telling them that, certain what feeds your soul now may not feed your soul later. And you have to get to a point where you don't feel guilty about what's feeding your soul now. It's just like anything, and I put it funny as in, we might have eaten meat last year and now you're gluten-free or you're a vegan. Now everything's going to feed your soul the whole time, all the time, the same things, but keep feeding your soul. But now you look up and go, okay, I don't eat that anymore. Now I'm eating this. So it's the same thing at anything in life. I don't eat there anymore, but I have not stopped eating. I just don't eat there anymore.
Yeah, I definitely understand that, man. Man, she's so inspirational, Joey.
I know.
I can get started. Like I said, I can go in and out on inspirational, funny, ongoing. There should always be I minister, so there should always be a message. You should always learn something.
Yeah,
from So.
Definitely, man. So where can people find you at on the internet, Miss Chocolate?
Oh, I'm at MissChocolateComedy.com. On my website, I have a Facebook page, Miss Chocolate Comedy, Instagram, Miss Chocolate Comedy. You can find me on onewomanmanyvoices.com. I'm on that as well for domestic violence. People that come in, I have a 1-800 number that's on there for people that call that's in a situation with domestic violence. So I go in and out, and I can be booked on any level on that. Domestic violence and comedy, or a combination of the two.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta laugh at bad situations to help you kind of get through. They help heal a lot of times.
I think comedians we can be very dysfunctional. I mean, it's sad to say, but
I've met a lot of them, and
but I found out my new quote this month is, "It's not crazy to be crazy."
Hey,
did I get that right? Is that the right site?
One Woman Many Voices.
OneWomanManyVoices.com
and MissChocolateComedy.com.
Okay. All right. So you got any shows coming up, Miss Chocolate?
Yes, I do. I actually sent some names tomorrow. I had to look at them myself. I was sending them through. Tomorrow, I actually have a Zoom with Stacey Adler. It's called Most Love Comedy. And it's a comedy series done with Silver Spring Town Hall. And that's tomorrow. And I have stuff coming up that's, oh God, what is it? February 24th. I actually just brought a huge calendar to put on my refrigerator. Okay. I need an assistant, a child, a husband, or something. I really do. So on Sunday, there's a brunch I'm doing with Johnny Quest at the Artemis. Okay. And Monday night is his Monday Jazz that I'm doing. And then on the 24th, I'm doing the Ugly Mug with Alex. And the 25th, I'm with I gotta look at it, but I'm booked the 25th, 26th, 28th, the 27th, the 4th, I'm doing the saloon. Damn. The flyers haven't come out yet. I haven't seen the flyers, but I know the date because I've been writing the dates down with that. So I'm totally blessed. I'm so glad. I mean, when I sit here sometimes I go, oh, no, nobody want me. No, there ain't nobody calling me. And then
10,000 people call you because
it's like the devil is a liar.
Ms. Jolly, where's the best place for people to keep up with the flyers when they come out? Where can they find those?
Oh, I try to post them. Well, my team does. Girl, I got to get on them. I try to keep them posted on Miss Chocolate comedy.com or Miss Chocolate Comedy on the Facebook page. I try to keep them aware, or I try to share them, a lot on my Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep up on it. So it's a little slow, but I try to get them out there and to share them.
Those links.
February has been really good. February is good. I'm glad people that people want me on their stages.
That's always a good thing, man. Being a comedy in these times. What's up, Joe?
I think I'm gonna be there on the 24th.
Yeah, at Ugly Mug. You're gonna be with me, Joey. Yeah,
maybe. we got to see if my hip cooperates.
Yeah, because Joey's got surgery coming up or something.
If I have to have surgery, I'm not going up those stairs on crutches. I'm just not. I'm sorry.
I know, and all these places got stairs now. The saloon has stairs. Solly's have stairs. They all got stairs now. So, if I can do it, you can do it.
If I don't have surgery, I'll be there. But if my surgery date comes in, I might have to hold on for another time.
Hey, I understand that,
but I'm excited. Definitely, folks, if you haven't, go follow Miss Chocolate on Facebook and go check out her website, bookmark it so you can see when the flyers come out for all these shows.
Yeah.
And go check her out. Please go see it. And check out onemanyvoices.com as well.
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely
doing good work there.
Let's get the support out to these people, man. The support and the awareness. Because again, we sometimes don't like to talk about things that are painful sometimes, but if we learn to heal each other the best way we can through laughter and through support, that is the best way to do things.
It is breaking the silence.
Yes, man. Oh man, but you hang out with us, Miss Shog. We're about to get into some of these topics.
Oh yeah, I'm at home with a cocktail.
All right. Oh man, Joe, we're gonna take a break, man.
Okay.
What's going on in the world, dude?
We had a Super Bowl halftime show for the ages, but there was a lot of backstory that some people may not know. We have a whole Olympics going on that everybody forgot about.
Yeah,
and then some sketchy stuff came out about Bob Saget's death. I have a theory on that. I'd like to share.
You gonna share that one with us?
I'm gonna share that one.
Yeah,
one of my thoughts.
Okay. Oh man, but we'll have that and a whole lot more when we get back in a minute on the .comedy podcast.
We went from rags to riches, project fences to living luxury. Now we live luxury. Straight out that bottom, nobody gave nothing to me.
Hey, and we're back on the .comedy podcast. This segment of the .comedy podcast is brought to you by CPMMA. That's right, CPMMA. That's College Park MMA for all of you folks not in the area looking to learn how to fight, looking to learn how to beat somebody's ass. come down to CBMMA. That comedy loves them. It's the home of Pianki, the napping ninja Zimmerman. Yes, it is. And it's also home of Josh, the angry little Jew man. I don't know his last name. I forgot it. But hey, he's there. And you know who else is there, folks? And who'll be back at 100% before you all know it? Joey LaFaro. And if you get down there in time, you may be able to whoop Joey LaFaro's ass, because that's what I'm going to do when he gets better. Me and him going 3 rounds. Whooping Joey's ass. Rags to riches. That's what they doing down at CPMMA, Joey. They got 4 belts on the mantle, baby. And Joey LaFaro, the nigga champion of 2021. You know what they doing. Big thing, CPMMA. Oh, man, Joey, we're back on the Back Alley Podcast. This is my favorite song, Joey.
Yeah.
Rags to Riches. It's written by local DC rapper. His name is Rod Wave.
Okay.
And it's him and Little Baby.
All these babies.
It's babies everywhere. Maybe I should stop playing all these babies in case I get a phone call. That'd be a bad phone call to get around Valentine's Day.
My girlfriend's mother told her the other day that she wanted her. We asked her when she's going to give her a baby.
Oh, are you giving the baby away?
No.
Oh.
First of all, I feel like I should have a say in that.
No.
Second of all, again, I'm petty. I will shut that whole thing down. I will strap up real fucking quick.
Hey, man, I understand. That shit's stressful.
I will revoke raw dog privileges.
Uh-oh. Don't do that to her, Joey. Don't do it to her.
Hey,
man.
I didn't make it clear that's not that's first of all, that's not disrespectful. It's our baby will happen when our baby is ready to be our baby.
There you go. When the stork drops him off in her belly, that's when the baby's yours, man. But yeah, man, we're back in the That Kind of Podcast. Joey.
Yeah.
You in the newsroom. What's going on in these streets?
So what you may not know, so you may have seen the Super Bowl halftime show. You may be you may thought it was one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows you ever had.
Did.
Or you may be
triggered.
Crazy ass cracker. I don't know why. There's a lot of people who feel triggered some type of way about the halftime show. I do not understand them.
Oh.
But apparently the NFL had some things. The NFL had asked for certain things not to happen.
Yes.
That did happen.
That all happened.
Apparently they asked Dr. Dre not to say a certain lyric during his halftime performance.
And I'm still saying fuck the police.
I think if they had not asked them, they probably would not have done it. But to ask them not to do it now was a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Eminem not to kneel.
Which he did. Shout out to Eminem.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Marshall don't give a fuck. Marshall's like a damn. What was that? What was that?
Evan's like me in that way. There's a lot of. He's like 90% audacity.
Yeah.
Right.
I am whatever you say I am.
And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? He said it himself, folks. Eminem told you he was crazy.
That song had a profound effect on me.
Mm-hmm.
That probably shouldn't be my role model, but there it is. And then they asked Snoop Dogg not to show his affiliation during the Super Bowl, and he did it anyway because they were saying don't wear a bandana, a blue bandana.
Snoop
he made a whole suit out of a bandana.
Exactly.
Snoop came out in a blue bandana suit and
suit.
C-walked and threw up gang signs the whole time, and everybody just sitting there like, Middle America, I guarantee Middle America sitting there like, are his hands cramping up? He just keeps doing this with his fingers. What's happening with this thing? What is that dance he's doing? Is that the crippled walk? They say
the only thing that they really did, they did not do and couldn't do, and then adhered to do was they wanted the cars to bounce.
Oh yeah.
They didn't do that because they couldn't guarantee that the oil wouldn't leak on the field.
Yeah,
they knew they had 2 quarters to go. So that was one thing they were like, okay, yes, we can't do that.
There'd be a few more torn ACLs if that happened.
They forgot that there was a football game going on in the middle of that.
Exactly. So that they couldn't do because it was like we cannot guarantee that that the bouncing of the cars would not leak some kind
They
of.
were on top of a sheet. The sheet could have caught it.
No,
But it still would have leaked. I wouldn't have allowed that either. You still got 2 more quarters to go to play.
If they didn't need to bounce them, they could have like leaned them like they do in all the lowrider videos.
I guess they're hydraulics.
Yeah, the hydraulic
thing.
It's trash. It's trash cars. I don't like them anyway, but
now
that's just me.
Snoop and Eminem did listen to Dr. Dre's request not to pull out their penises.
Yes, they did.
So there's that.
Because some reporter asked Dr. Dre at an interview beforehand. He's like, "Well, there'll be a wardrobe malfunction."
I don't think they would have done that anyway. You're talking 50-year-old grown ass men now, and you talking, asking them not to do something they would have done 30 years, 35 years ago, just to be stupid and crazy. They got kids and grandkids now, and society want to look at them like, well, y'all did this, thing. I mean, it's like, come on, man, trying to act like we don't grow up or they don't grow up or they haven't changed or they haven't done. I took it as an insult. Some of these questions asking them what not to do. Like they're still in the same box that you put that they were in 30, 40 years ago. You know?
Snoop regularly smokes weed with Martha Stewart.
And it's legal in California.
Yes.
It does seem really weird that, Mary J. Blige was saying this is like historic because it's a celebration of how far hip hop is coming. I didn't think about that until this is really the first time hip hop has really owned the halftime show.
Yeah,
they've incorporated it.
Yeah, but
it wasn't. They were always doing that goofy crossover stuff.
It's Nelly coming out and singing with Christina Aguilera.
Yeah,
that's what we got before. But now that was an all hip hop soul halftime show. Now I was excited to see Mary dance. I was hoping she was going to do the drunken staggered uncle. She didn't hit it. She didn't hit it enough with the lean. She almost did it. Now that was my point when I was like,
she only did about 2 seconds of the fast song. That's usually her fast song walk, but she fell the hell out after no more pain. No more pain. She dropped it, baby.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Man, that was an amazing. Like the 50s
caught me off guard.
Yeah, I thought she passed out.
They decided to go to do the slow drop in the middle of the show, and I was like, oh, okay. We needed to take it down a second to like bring it. And I was like, okay, I wouldn't have expected that because there was so much energy.
Yeah,
but man, that was it made it even more special because it stood out more.
And then 50 coming out.
Did he come out?
They body shamed him weighing like 800 pounds hanging upside down. They said he was $1.50.
I said that. Listen, leave 50 chins alone.
He was suffocating upside down. He knew he didn't need to be upside goddamn down.
They set him up with that one.
Yeah.
He actually didn't look that bad.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. He just looked bigger upside down.
Upside down part was like because all that blood pooled in his face.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He probably wouldn't have looked that big if he'd have stood his ass straight up. The
rest of him looked fine, but all the fluid was in his face.
Exactly.
His face looked like it was looked like a bulldog. It was ridiculous.
So why did he post the next day? You ever see the My Band video with D12?
No.
There's in the video, Bizarre from D12 imitates 50 Cent by hanging upside down, and they were like 50 Cent at the Super Bowl. It's just bizarre. It's funny.
But for the last month, he been coming after Madonna, talking about body shaming her, and then you gonna come out there, upside down, looking swollen like shit, like you about to have a stroke or some shit.
I've seen so crisscrosses. So all right, I see people making fun of 50, and then I see people saying, well, you all know you don't look that good either because y'all big too. You ain't the same size you were when that song came out. Then
it doesn't matter. We get to talk about you because you hanging upside down at the thing. And you came out to Madonna. I mean, ain't nobody saying we ain't fat either. Where we can still talk about you.
Well, this is the mix we're dealing with, though. And then I see people saying, oh, well, 50 won't see your body shaming posts, but your friends who are struggling with it will. And I'm like, listen, 50 doesn't.
They don't know who I know. 50 could have seen me.
50 does.
You don't know who I know.
I mean, 50, but 50 comes after everybody.
Yes, he does.
Exactly. So you gotta take it. Take it like a man. Take it like a big ass fat man.
I don't understand. Like, so what? Like, this is like, it's a funny, like,
people take shit too serious.
If you're taking that, like, oh, I identify with 50 Cent hanging upside down, then you need to
You're a dumb bat.
You're upside down. Get right up.
You a dumb bat.
You still got to go back to, if you can dish it out, you gotta be able to take it.
Gotta be able to take it.
But see, these aren't the people
Bottom line
who can't take it, and they're just standing on the sidelines, further not taking it. Like, they're not even in the conversation. They're only interjecting themselves in the conversation. Like, just be away from it.
Yeah. And
right.
It's just how the internet is these days.
It's called a thirst trap.
I have body image issues. I still made fun of it because it was funny.
And I've been fat my whole life. And big girls can still get it whenever I start joning. I don't care what I look like. I'm going after you.
I told this friend of mine that I was getting too fat for my clothes. And she was like, "You not fat, Miss Chocolate. You not fat. I'm fat." I was like, "I'm too fat for my clothes. I'm not too fat for your clothes. I'm too fat for my clothes." It's a difference.
It's fundamental difference.
Go ahead, Joy.
Walking by nightstands and knocking the cup off and have to I need to make changes in my life. I know that.
Yeah, but you don't stub your toe anymore on the bed, just hit your belly with it. That's changes.
You develop that belly button sensor for contact with the wall. Yeah.
Oh man, what else happened out here, Joe?
Speaking of Snoop, he is now the owner of Death Row Records.
Yes, he is, man.
Yeah.
I am proud of Snoop Dogg,
Snoop
man.
had a hell of a week.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is now the owner. He doesn't own the music catalog yet.
No,
he's still waiting. They're still waiting for some more legal stuff on that.
Acquired the imprint from the.
I don't even think he owns his own catalog yet.
No,
I think Dre still owns all the catalogs.
Well, I think Suge owned them, and I think
Suge, right, Suge. I mean,
here's the thing: I think Mattel owns the music. Because last time I remember, like, there being an article about Death Row. They were like, Barbie just bought Death Row Records.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it was like Mattel's, like, one of Mattel's children companies had bought the rights. And it was like, that's kind of a weird thing to buy from a toy company. And it came out that it wasn't actually a toy company. But I'm proud of Snoop, man. Yeah. Snoop has done exactly what we thought he should do all these years.
Yeah,
which has become a mogul.
Yeah,
and now he's every damn where. There was a Snoop commercial in Japan, and I was like, "Why the hell is Snoop on TV in Japan?"
But a lot of the stars like that, they're more famous overseas than they ever over here. A lot of them,
And it's millions.
Like they do those European tours and stuff back in the day, and even now. Only the pandemic has stopped a lot of them. That's why they're doing Vegas and stuff now because they can't do the international tours. Right.
Anything else going on, Joe?
Speaking of overseas, there's an Olympics going on.
Yeah, with a blizzard.
They in the middle of a blizzard or something?
They had a blizzard warning for the Winter Olympics.
Yep.
Duh.
It's a blizzard.
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
So there was 5 women ski jumpers who have been disqualified at the Olympics over their jumpsuits.
With their suits were too revealing?
Yeah. Too sexy, flying up, showing their cooties.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Can't be jumping and showing your cootie.
The disqualified jumpers went for the top.
That's not aerodynamic.
When you go to those foreign countries,
oh, there you are.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know what's going on with the internet here.
That was weird. Oh man, but yeah, man. So
hardwired.
So the Winter Olympics is going on. Has America won any medals yet?
In fact, Erin Jackson won the gold medal in the 500 meter for speed skating. She's the first Black woman to win the gold medal
in speed skating.
It's speed skating. Yeah.
Congratulations, Erin Jackson. She's got the blackest name that she could have.
Okay.
Instead of Shaniqua Jones. That'd be if her name was Shaniqua
You know, it's
Jones.
just a matter of time. Like once someone figured out black person figured out how to skate.
Once we learn how to skate and ski, we're gonna dominate every goddamn sport.
Because I don't know how to skate. I don't know how to skate. I'm so mad. I don't know. I can barely ride a bike, but I really don't know how to skate.
I can't say I can skate. I can careen. Like I can build up a lot of momentum in one direction.
I can't even roller skate.
Oh.
I know they said that was a DC thing too, and I don't know how to roller skate.
I'm good on a pair of roller skates. Like my daughter, me and my daughter are really good on roller skates.
Nah.
Yeah, I never learned how to do that.
I'm big now, so I need some thicker skates. Like, I need like 7 wheels.
I don't know.
Like one right in the middle. I need 6 on the side and 1 in the middle to keep it stable.
I don't know how you're supposed to turn on those things. Like it takes so much. Like you have to speed up to turn.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you have to like chop your feet more.
No, you don't. You turn your ankle.
That's how you roll the fuck out of your ankle.
No, if you turn it slightly, you do it. Dude, you don't know how to skate. I'm sorry, Joey LaFar. I'm gonna take you down a crystal skate.
No, I just
so
I
we can
hit
dodge
the wall
bullets,
and then I turn.
If you could dodge a bullet, you could skate a rink.
If it
I
was,
think that's how they learn dodging bullets.
Dodging bullets.
If speed skating was a straight line, if they had drag speed skating, like a drag
Joey,
race,
you'd be a
I'm
winner.
fucking beast.
It's like, how the hell I get around this turn? No, I ain't going around no turns.
All I know is when I need to slow down, I speed up. Doesn't make any sense.
No, none at all. Man.
Yeah. So I don't understand. So they do all this shit, and now they had a 15-year-old skater,
Okay.
a Russian figure skater,
Mhm.
was allowed to compete after failing a drug test.
Okay.
Sha'Carri Richardson had a problem with that,
Of course she did.
which I think is a very valid complaint.
Was it a marijuana drug test?
It doesn't matter. It's drugs is drugs.
Yeah, if you're gonna say it's a failed test, period, and then
Exactly.
you knew the rules, then you knew the rules. So,
Hey, I understand completely, and I'm there. I'm here for it. We still back Sha'Carri.
Yeah,
we still backing her. We still want her to be an Olympian. So yeah, I mean, it's Russia, man. They cheat all the time. We ain't gotten used to Russia cheating at this shit yet. Like they cheat so bad that they changed their name so that they could be in the Olympics without having to be in the Olympics because the Olympic Committee said we don't want you here. So they were like, all right, well, we'll be the People's Republic of Russia. How the hell is that possible? Right. Russia doesn't care.
she said, "Quote: Can we get a solid answer on the difference between her situation and mine? My mother died. I can't run, and was also favored to place top 3. The only difference I see is that I'm a black young lady."
Yeah,
that's the truth. She already named the reason. Let's not sugarcoat that prop.
The skater tested positive for a heart drug called trimetazine.
See,
that the World Anti-Doping Agencies have banned since 2014.
I think I've taken that drug before.
It's used to improve blood supply to the heart in individuals.
I've had 2 heart attacks and a stroke.
Oh,
okay.
And I'm still standing. Yeah,
yes. Hey, that's amazing. Like,
Isn't that amazing? I digress. Go ahead.
So they said that she was a protected person because of her age. Denying Valieva a chance to compete would cause her, quote, irreparable harm.
How old is she?
15.
How old is Sha'Carri? Sha'Carri.
Like 19, 18, something like that.
So we're talking the length of high school is when you develop strong enough skin to be disappointed at shit. That's what they're telling me.
Well, it might be an age thing based on the sport.
Okay.
But I don't know. What's the average lifespan for a figure skater?
Lifespan?
Like there's like an age range where you can compete in that sport competitively.
Well, you always got to be tiny. So until you when you start developing, that's when you can't really.
And that might have been
until you want to. I mean, shoot, Flojo and all them, they ran track up until in their 30s and stuff.
Well, I think that's what they're saying is that track, if it was, with Sha'Carri, like
She has time.
She has more time.
Yeah.
Whereas a figure skater, because once the figure skaters hit a certain age, they're too big to
play.
Well, that sounds like the biggest white people shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm
That's why Joey's explaining it.
I know, right?
I'm trying to pick through the. I'm not saying.
Yeah, put that card down.
I'm not trying to say it's a valid.
We know whose side you on.
I think
the
it's
biggest white shit I ever heard. Okay.
I think it's still bullshit, but I'm trying to wrap my head around that argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think because I always I just like to understand the what when someone tries to disagree with me, I want to understand what their actual argument is so that I can destroy it.
Okay, there you go, Joe.
Because fuck, like what? Who cares? Like the fucking the rules are rules. Like you can't just pick and choose them.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is irreparable harm?
Now Joey gets angry. Now Joey's angry at it.
I know, right?
I challenge everybody: go cyberbully that bitch.
No.
Let's see how we get irreparable harm now.
We're not doing that. We're not going to advocate cyberbullying, Joey LaFaro.
Is she right?
Today. We're not going to advocate it today.
She's rough and she's tough. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can't type that fast. I can't do that.
Speaking of bullies, California has initiated a lawsuit against Tesla.
Okay.
For rampant discrimination against black employees.
Okay, I can see that.
California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing is suing Elon Musk's company over racism, harassment towards black employees at Tesla's plant in Fremont, California. According to a lawsuit filed by the state this week, the company has called the lawsuit, quote, unfair.
That's the biggest word they can come up with, right?
That's the biggest word they can use. Like, hey, man,
it's so unfair. It's not fair.
The lawsuit follows 3 years of investigation into Tesla and alleges that black and African American employees at the company's Fremont plant are segregated to the lowest levels.
Lowest levels of what? It's a plant. In the basement of the fucking plant?
They should just sue because it's not in Detroit. Okay, how about that?
There you go.
There's numerous complaints by black or African American workers about racial harassment, racial discrimination, and retaliation lodged over a span of almost a half decade have been futile. Tesla has continued to deflect and evade responsibility while it claims not to tolerate racial harassment or discrimination at its factories. Tesla's investigations of complaints are not compliant with law.
What did you think Elon apartheid Musk was going to do?
I mean,
okay.
Did anybody look at Elon Musk and go, yeah, he is a racial rider? That is one guy who is on the side of black people. No, I listened to his voice. He sounds like a bad guy in all the beginning. What was those Lethal Weapon movies? He looks like the bad guys in the first two Lethal Weapon movies.
I mean, this is so I don't. It's just weird. So they have. Tesla is allegedly slow to clean up racist graffiti, including ones with swastikas, KKK, the N-word, and other hate symbols that were drawn in common areas and on the factory machines. Like,
why is there so much graffiti on there on Tesla's shit?
You think you would want people to do work instead of fucking be racist?
Yeah, right. That's true.
One black worker saw hang N-word written next to an image of a noose in the bathroom of a break room. The same worker also saw all monkeys work outside and fuck N-word written on the walls of the break room. The writing and drawings allegedly remained for months.
Hey, you know what, Joey? You know what? I'm gonna applaud you, Joey LaFaro.
This is.
You know why I'm gonna applaud you?
Why? Because I'm not Joe Rogan.
Yes, because you did not take that opportunity to say nigger 4 times. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and you don't have to walk it back later.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
I've learned that that's just not.
It's just stupid.
It's just like, yeah, basically,
it's just stupid.
I can't I didn't have to really learn it that much. It's like Joe Rogan.
It was just common sense, Joe Rogan.
It kind of yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Okay. First off, that is a lot of racism at a corporation. It just seems like a disproportionate amount of racism.
Concentrated. Doesn't it? It seems really concentrated. And I wouldn't have expected. If it was in Texas, it would have made more sense. But it's in Fremont, California. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Fremont, but it's Cali. So I think Cali. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think that they are targeting that guy.
Now, if it
I
was,
think they want that guy to quit.
now if it was an LAPD bathroom, that would have made a lot more sense.
Shit, yeah. It was.
My whole thing is, if I was this white person, and now all this come up, I would probably be that white person in my head going, now you want to bring this up? I've been calling you this for 10 years. I've been writing this shit on the wall for 10 years, and now you want to bring it up. You know what I mean? It's like somebody is somewhere saying this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't bring it up, but now you want to bring it up. You know, it's like,
the shit I said was bad 10 years ago, right?
Who put this?
exactly. You know,
Why is this written here, Cliff? That's
Yeah.
been there. I don't know.
you've been walking around this noose for 5 years, Cliff. Now it's in your way. Come on.
Damn it, James. You need to go sit back down at your desk, James.
Cleophas, this rope been here for 5 years. Okay, now that you don't get your raise, it's in the way. Okay, come on.
Oh, what else is going on, Jeff?
So we just had. Did you see Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Not even a little bit.
It was a good movie.
It was,
but the director of the original Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman, passed away this weekend. at
Oh,
age
man.
75.
Yeah.
So, and he also was responsible for National Lampoon's Animal House and Stripes.
That's right. He did direct those.
So a lot of good work. Sad to see another strong comedy name fall.
I ain't scared of no ghost.
Something strange.
Yeah, Ray Parker.
Cause was not specified.
They weren't?
It was not yet been specified. But you know what? We did get some specification.
Yes, we did.
On the passing of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Originally, the report said he had COVID and died. But now they're saying he died as a result of blunt head trauma. COVID-19 and blunt head trauma. See, like polar opposite things.
Oh, wrong one.
What?
I played the Fuller House one.
Wow.
They put them both on the same page. I don't fucking know why. Whatever happened to Bob Saget in that hotel room? Maybe the milk.
Well, they didn't find anything. They said he could have gotten hit at the club. They said he could have fallen out in the parking lot. They said he could have fallen the day before. Because wasn't any blood or wasn't any dent thing in the hotel room. I think it could have happened.
That he would
have just hit him in the head.
Did he walk backwards through a doorway? Like, what is this? Like, oh, he could have just bumped his head on the back of his head anytime and died. Like, that's not a normal thing.
You got to hit your head with some type of force.
Who the fuck is
die.
the coroner to just be like, I guess he just bumped his head? Like, who?
It had to hit hard. It does happen, but it had to be a hard hit. He would have to have fallen down or get hit, but he was 6'5". He was 6'5", so they said he could have bumped his head, hit his head on the doorway, hit his head in the shower. He was 6'5".
People accidentally die.
Small.
Your head on shit all the time.
Right, exactly. So you could have done it 2 days before, day before, at any time. Not instant.
I
understand that, but you know who I think killed him? John Stamos.
Who?
John Stamos.
Who's John?
I think it was either John Stamos or Dave.
Stamos wasn't with him.
Or Dave Coulier.
Nah.
It was Dave Coulier. You know why? Because Dave Coulier was the comic back in the 80s. And Bob Saget went way above him with dirty humor.
Here's the thing.
Well, they hated each other after that.
Yep. See?
They didn't speak for a long time,
Here's the thing, though. I don't think. See, the family's the ones who are like, "Yep, he bumped his head. He's fine." Like, and they're like, that's their story, and they're okay with it, which is suspect as fuck. So either they were in on that shit, or someone has enough power to make them scared. And who would have enough power to make? Fucking Joey Gladstone does not have that kind of power. You know who does? It would take somebody with an empire. You know who has a fucking empire? Mary-Kate and Ashley have a fucking empire. Those two little shits are tired of him taking shots at them from the Fuller House set on Netflix, and they that somebody in their organization is looking to move up.
You got it, dude.
You got it, dude.
You got it, dude.
Oh,
I
man.
watched too much Murderville.
You know who else could have done it? Because she's got a lot of extra money that's just laying around.
Who?
Aunt Becky. No, she bought her daughter getting into school. She could just pay for Bob Saget to get. Maybe Bob Saget knew all the secrets to how her daughter got into college.
She got robbed like what, the day before or something? Or
Yeah.
like the day before he died or something like that. She got robbed in her house.
See, it's all going to circle the drain. We're going to find out some crazy shit after all this.
Follow the money.
There's a lot of medications on his system. No alcohol was present in his system, according to the report. However, the report stated his systems contained clonazepam, Klonopin, which is taken for seizures, panic disorders, and anxiety. Additionally, the antidepressant trazodone was found.
Yeah, he had depression. Yeah,
of course he did. He's
all them years of watching people get hit in the balls give me depression too.
He's a comic. We got depression.
I'm sorry, this is funny because CNN Entertainment has a section of the article titled "Danger of Head Injuries."
No. God damn it, CNN. That's the sort of guy you all are not.
The way it's written is just...
Well, they're so on top of their shit the day later.
On Wednesday, prior to the release of the medical examiner's report, CNN's chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, said it sounded like Saget suffered from possible bleed on the top of the brain, which may have resulted in a subdermal hematoma.
Okay.
Quote, there is blood collection in this scenario that's on top of the brain, pushing on the brain. Gupta demonstrated CNN's Don Lemon using a diagram.
He hit Don Lemon in the head, didn't he?
Think about the brain,
he punched Don Lemon in the back of the head.
Organ in the body. It's obviously encased in a hard skull, so it has nowhere to go if it has this kind of pressure on it. Mm-hmm. The pressure on the brainstem can result in a person losing consciousness and their ability to breathe on their own.
Okay. Well,
it may have been a pretty significant blow to the head, Gupta said. Maybe a fall in the bathroom or on the headboard of your bed. Oh. You don't think anything of it, but small veins can tear, and a result of that blow and blood can start to leak.
Okay. So I'm still not trusting Sanjay Gupta.
I don't fucking trust that at all. These idiots talking about it on the news, like speculating on it.
Yeah.
This sounds
ridiculous. It sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What else going on, Jim?
Scientists have possibly cured HIV in a woman for the first time.
Well, this is actually the third time, they said.
Okay.
I looked at the news earlier. This is supposed to be the third woman. No men yet, but the third woman.
Okay, how are they curing it in women and not men?
How is it? Why would they say? You know what?
They said it on Channel 5 today.
If it's not,
Joey said,
"We don't do what y'all do." I don't anyway. So,
what's going on with Joe Biden, Joe?
So I remember how we were all like, "Hey, Joe, can we get some school reimbursement for all the schooling that we got dicked on as a generation?" And the Biden administration was like, "Hey, but do y'all want some crack pipes? Because we
know y'all got a
crack
habit.
Pipes.
We know y'all got a habit from all those school loans y'all can't pay back."
It's so 1980.
Yeah, that's a 1980s thing to do. Like we're gonna hand out crack pipes on the Capitol.
So I needed that in 1980.
Oh my goodness.
So
I was a crackhead.
Oh, okay.
What's actually happening is that they have, so these are supposed to be safe smoke kits, and they're on a list of 20 items the Department of Health and Human Services outlined on a grant application for a harm reduction program. Basically, the idea is, hey, we're working on the actual problems that like feed addiction.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we don't want people doing them in shady ass ways so that they propagate other diseases.
Okay.
And other problems. So we're creating safer ways for them to
smoke crack.
Basically,
can we define shady?
Going to a crack house. You don't have to go to a crack house anymore. You can just light up at your own house. Because now I think they're giving we got needle exchanges already. So you got that, and now you got safe crack pipes. I don't know what the fuck country do we live in anymore? I'm telling you, we're in an alternate dimension, Joey. We're in an alternate damn dimension. I believe during the derecha of what was that 2006.
Okay, so
we flipped it to an alternate goddamn.
So that might have been a bit of a reach. So there are going to be safe smoking kits, but no federal funding will be used directly or through subsequent reimbursement of grantees to put pipes in safe smoke kits.
Okay.
So that was kind of just Fox News running away with it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joe Biden.
The purpose of the program is to support community-based overdose prevention programs.
Okay.
So basically, they're creating, safe spaces where if people are going to do the drugs, they could kind of be monitored so that they don't overdose in a hole somewhere.
So they got doctored crack houses.
So if I run out of crack, is they gonna give me some more?
I think they're trying. What they're trying to do is just make sure that addicts don't die as a first step. They're treating addicts as human beings. That's the step one.
Because I'm gonna die if I run out.
You know what I think happened, Joey?
Well, if you're doing it to die, then you probably do it in your own space. You don't go to the you don't need a spotter. But
you know what I think happened, Joey? I think Kamala Harris watched the third season of The Wire and said, "Hey, you know what, Joe? I got an idea." She went to the White House and said, "Joe, I got an idea. You know how we did the war on drugs? Well, now we're going to do the wait on drugs, where we're just going to open up a whole city where just drugs can be done." It starts with these. It starts with these kits we're going to give everybody, and then we're going to go, "Hey, you got the kit. Now you can come to the town. Now when you get to the town, you can do the crack. Now that you're doing the crack, you in your own town. We ain't doing nothing to you." It's like, wait a minute, this is not how this shit's supposed to go. y'all creating Amityville Horror in Cracktown. What the fuck is going on? What else are they saying in the article, Joe?
A bunch of stuff. I like that they're trying to take a different approach with it. I don't know that it's going to lead to anything positive, but I think it's a we'll see. Now, can y'all do something that actually benefits everybody? Because you haven't given us jack shit, you promised.
Nope. Not a goddamn thing.
I haven't seen anything done for black people. I haven't seen anything done for social justice. I haven't seen anything done for fucking loan forgiveness. And I haven't seen a goddamn thing done for infrastructure. I don't want my car to die. It's new. I don't want it to die. I don't want to die on these crumbling roads.
Yeah, I understand completely. But you know what they did, Joey?
I don't want to get crushed by a bridge. Every other week, it seems like some bridge fall on somebody's head.
They helped the Asians. They had that. That was their number one priority when they got in office. Stop Asian hate. They ran with that, even though Black Lives Matter was a year and a half in before they got in office. Stop Asian hate was their banner cry. For the beginning of their damn electorate. I'm so done with damn politicians. I'm completely fucking done with them. I'm at the point now where I'm gonna vote next time, but I'm gonna protest vote. I'm voting for Jill Stein. Next election, I'm voting for Jill Stein.
Is she running anymore?
I don't give a fuck. I'm writing her in. I'm writing her in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the hell wins. It's all bullshit. Again, we live in an alternate reality. This shit just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
All right. I have one more, and then we'll get into a couple positive things and get out of here.
Okay.
All right. So, former DC police officer Brett Parson.
Yes.
Was arrested on sex with minor charges in Florida.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a story about Brett. So he was the head of the LGBTQ liaison unit. So I am part of the LGBTQ community. So the domestic violence incident that I was telling you guys about was from a partner. I met this young lady in January, New Year's Day party. By Memorial Day, she was putting her hands on me, and I went to court. And at the time, I did not know they had a liaison unit. And I found out through friends of mine because I could have called Pookie and them to beat her up. But I was like, I'm going to be a white girl and you going to jail.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I'm calling here because I worked for Congress and new people and this and all that. I just made some phone calls and they was like, "Oh, we got a liaison unit." You know, I was like, "Oh, who knew?" Right? I didn't. So I called and met him. Met a couple of the officers. It's a small group. Met him though. Met a couple of officers, and they actually helped me
What?
through.
I'm trying to listen, but I hear you licking your lips in the mic.
I'm sorry. That was worse.
So fucking weird.
Right. But you know, they helped me. He helped me. They walked me through. They served her. They did this. They came out and they talked to. I had them talk to a couple of the groups that I was talking to, and this and that and all that. So this was like 6-7 years ago, right?
Okay.
So now when I'm reading this today, I'm clutching my pearls. You know what I mean? I'm clutching my pearls going, what? And this boy is 16 years old in Florida.
Yes. So I heard this story last night on Valentine's Day. So what made the story interesting to me was the crime was gotten away with. They chose to hem themselves up. So he met up with the boy. I guess he met him on Bumble or whatever.
No, he met
whatever.
him on Growler.
Growler. Okay. I don't know all the sites.
Yeah, one of those sites, right?
Yeah. So he met him. He met up with him. They had oral sex in the car, right?
Right.
But they were like,
that was
hey.
the second spot. They had it, and then they drove somewhere else. He tried to get the boy to go to his mama's house, and the little boy said no. So then they found this spot.
Yep.
And then
that's when the cop showed up.
They moved to another spot. And then the cop showed up.
Yeah, and then so the cop, the guy was like, "Hey, I'm just down here visiting family."
Right.
And I asked him.
They let him leave, and they let him leave.
They asked him for
these. Then the young boy said, "Wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. This is what he did."
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, "So how you get snitched on after the fact?"
Right.
They come arrest you because it's like he was like, "Hey, I'm just down here on vacation."
They let him, and he said, "I'm a police officer. I'm down here, you know, visiting my parents. Blah 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 blah. My parents sick and this and all that." And they let him go.
Yep. And then they went and picked him up. As soon as that little boy said, "Hey, yeah, this."
And the little boy showed him pictures on his phone, texts, all this stuff, and all that, everything. Then they went and picked him up.
It's just ridiculous. Why you go? You went out of state for this.
Okay, so the police contacted the 16-year-old's parents.
Yeah.
Said they
and they pressed charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the little boy home. They was like, "Okay, come on, go home." And the parents went, "Okay, no, we gonna have him arrested." But this ain't the first time that the Brett did it, and this ain't the first time this little 16-year-old boy has done it either.
Nah.
Okay, this ain't the first time for neither one of them. You just now a pedophile, because this ain't got nothing to do with gayness. You a pedophile when you go after kids. Pedophile, point blank.
Yeah,
You're a pedophile. And this little boy, I don't know what you out here doing that your parents don't know what you're doing. You going out here playing with these old men. Because y'all was out there for a while.
Because Parson is older than 24, he falls outside the bounds of Florida's Romeo and Juliet law passed in 2007, which exempts young adults who engage in consensual acts with close in age teenagers from having to register as sex offenders.
So if he was what?
However, the age of consent in Florida remains 18.
Right. It would have been two grown men.
Yeah.
Nobody would have gotten arrested. He got arrested when they took him to his parents' house and found out he was 16.
Yeah.
And his parents said, I want him arrested because the boy is 16. But this is not the first time this little boy did it. It wasn't no rape charge. It's rape now, statutory rape, and you're a minor. But this little boy, what are you doing? And why are you doing out here meeting these men online and sending pictures and going back and forth and meeting these grown-ass men? What are you doing, little boy? Okay. I'm going to call the police, but I'm going to beat your ass too.
Miss Chocolate sounds like my mom. Like,
I'm gonna beat your ass.
You don't know that little boy because I'm gonna whoop your ass too. It's like
I'm gonna whoop your ass too. You know, okay? Because what you doing out here? I done told you to stop this. They knew that. I done told what you do. Okay, see, I'm gonna be
brought out the Florida man in Brett Parsons. That's what happened.
Yes, because he had to go to Florida to do this shit. I know he probably did it up here.
No, he was in Florida visiting his parents. He was in Florida for that. He didn't go to Florida to get the little boy. He's been in Florida for the last couple of months. at his parents' house. All that was true. His parents are
caught
sick.
up in the moment and
Yeah.
decided to.
So he's been doing that. So, but they both been doing it. But he ain't go to Florida to do it. He just now been in Florida for a couple of months, and this is what I do.
I'm telling you, this is the effect that Florida has on people.
You know,
Florida makes you crazy.
That's why Florida man is.
So he's probably done it here as well with little boys. But now these little boys, this is what they do too. Because you ain't do this for free. You should have checked his pockets, but I'd have beat his ass. Because see, the police would have been taking me out of there too, going, "Okay, mama, that's enough. You get one hit."
Somebody lied about something that happened in here.
No, they ain't lying. It's just now I want to know why my 16-year-old boy out here fucking with these grown ass men.
I don't know what Growler does with their age checking thing.
The same thing everybody else does with their age checking thing. Are you over 18?
Yep.
Yes or no?
No, he wants little boys.
Well,
he's a pedophile.
Yes.
You can go to the bar and get an 18-year-old.
The little boy wanted him too. That's the part.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to beat my little boy's ass. Because now, if he wanted a grown man, he could have gone to the bar and got a grown man. He's a pedophile. That's what I'm saying. It ain't got nothing to do with gay. You a pedophile. You want a little kid.
So if he had gotten the grown man from the bar instead of from the app, it would have been okay. What?
Yeah. So you want a kid. Yeah. You want a kid. So these kids out here, they know that.
Oh, you're saying that if the dude was in the bar, he's not intending to look for a child. There just child might end up there. Fuck.
No. A pedophile knows where to go get kids. A pedophile is going to go to a schoolyard. A pedophile is going to go on a site for a kid. You are a pedophile.
Is Growler a site for a kid, though? That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Is Growler a kid site?
Yes. He went looking for this kid. Right. He was on a site for kids.
Oh.
But the kid was on the site for these men. That's what I'm saying. The kid is wrong, too.
I mean.
But he's a minor, so he's not going to be in trouble.
No, that's true.
But his mama doesn't seen that shit on his computer, on his phone.
Oh, clearly not.
Who's paying for that phone?
Oh, yeah, she's seen it.
She's seen it. He's 16. Who paying for that phone? That's when the police brought him there. She said, "No, I want him arrested." Right. Because now you trying to punish him. You should have beat his ass when you first saw it.
There you go.
Whole lot of
mama.
I don't believe in putting kids out. But yeah, I'd have been beating his ass. Honey, my 16-year-old would have been pleading with the police. No, don't take me to my mama. Please don't take me to my mama.
Yeah.
Please don't take me to my mama, please. Please take me anywhere but to my mama.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, we go. Hey, Joey, what we got on this rapid fire?
Couple of fun nostalgia things. Futurama has had a revival ordered by Hulu.
Okay.
And
now, is it a revival or a like just they're gonna play all the old episodes?
It's coming back. Hulu has ordered 20 new episodes.
Okay. How did it end? How does Futurama end?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Long. It's been a long time since I saw the thing.
Production.
I need somebody Hulu password.
I got you. We'll talk later.
Yeah, there we go. Joey got
it. Hulu hopes to have the new series return in 2023. Production is going to begin in March. And also this week, yesterday, it was announced that there will be a re-release of GoldenEye.
The game?
The game.
With the golden gun?
Yes.
I was thinking James Bond. That's a game?
Yeah.
So the movie came out in 1995, but there was a video game that was probably
on the Dreamcast.
Okay.
64. It was, and the reason that it was significant, it was the first console first-person shooter that really had success. Before that paved the way for all these Call of Duties, Fortnites, and everything else. All wouldn't be a thing if it weren't for GoldenEye, the video game. Usually, a video game based off a movie is garbage. But GoldenEye was like an all-time great. Yeah, so they're going to remaster it and re-release it on Xbox.
On Xbox, okay.
I believe it's Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay. I may get it on both.
I was excited. I'm excited. There was a lot of fun nonsense that happened. With your friends.
Oh yeah, Ninja Knox we played that with Ninja Knox on numerous occasions.
Yeah,
and he's a nut job.
All these little kids playing Fortnite don't understand. They don't understand. GoldenEye, you only had the 4 friends to play against.
Yeah,
They were in your house.
They were in your house. All of you had to play at the same time.
Fuck
Fuck the internet.
fuck these headphones. You had to deal with people sticking willies in your ear and shit while you're trying to shoot them.
Trying to shoot your sniper rifle, and they hitting you in the back of the head. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
You had to deal with being the kid who's playing on the Mad Catz controller, where everyone else has the brand name controller. So all your actions happen a second late.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh man, but hey man,
I know that pain.
That's gonna be nostalgia, man. That's gonna be fun for everybody. Oh man, we're gonna get out of here, Joe.
Yes.
It's been a fun episode, Miss Chocolate. Did you have fun with us?
Oh God, I loved it, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, yeah. Tell everybody where they can find you at, Miss Chocolate, again.
MissChocolateComedy.com, www.misschocolateComedy.com, onewomanmanyvoices.com.
Okay.
Everywhere. Ask somebody. I'm everywhere.
Joey, where can everybody find you, my friend?
As always, LaFaro Comedy on Instagram, LOFARO.
Oh, he said that for me. I'm always spelling his name wrong.
No, it happened again to me today. Fucking Eddie Lyles. fucking
Eddie Lyles.
Put it LAFARO. But it was right. That's the thing that drives me crazy. It was right in front. I literally had this happen at work, and someone had tagged me, so my name appeared, and then they misspelled it, writing in the same sentence.
Oh, Joy, that's such a nice picture. Oh, and Joy, I wanted to say, I've been talking about you and Jay and what you guys DM me meant the world to me. That was so special. You two were the only ones that did that. And you didn't have to, but you two were the only ones that did that. And I thought that was so special. That was so loving.
Are you fans? Huge fan.
I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. We're going to get out of here, man. DJ Marcus. Anywhere you find the Dot Comedy Podcast, you find DJ Marcus. DJ Marcus.comedy on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Ustream, and starting this week, Joey, I will be at the Laugh Lounge in Newmarket, Georgia on Thursdays. I'm flying out Thursday morning.
Wow.
This sentence.
And I'm putting in the work for 2.5 hours.
It's a whole lot of pauses. Very
so
dramatic.
if you come out.
How close is that to Atlanta?
Huh?
Is that close to Atlanta?
I have no idea.
No, well, send it to me. My brother's in Atlanta. I'll tell him.
Margrave.
It's the newest spot in DJ Marcus's world tour.
Okay.
Come on down to the Newmarket Laugh Lounge.
Great.
All right.
Speaking of Jesse Rivas,
yeah,
I believe he will be our guest next Tuesday.
He will be.
We'll have it and Jesse back on the pod.
Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. Jesse Rivas is gonna join us, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of fun, man. For DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, Candace August, and our special guest this week, Miss Chocolate. We want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time for more fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast.